Hey, this is Tim Pierce. For the first few minutes before I teach the intro to this song, I'm going to talk about overplaying, underplaying, playing busy, playing simple. Click the link below if you want to check out all the other lessons and the tabs. So what I ended up doing was really trying to do a blizzard of notes and then play super simple, and then a blizzard of notes and then play super simple. I think what I ended up with was a little too much busyness. I think I actually overplayed. For me, I come from an era where Clapton or Billy Gibbons or Johnny Winter or B.B. King, where guys kind of played on the simple side and then they just popped out flash here and there. So that's kind of my DNA where this stands. And the other thing, it became an exploration of tone. I found that by putting a slap delay, it sounded more like the original, and it really kind of helped the vibe of this. You can get that slap delay from anywhere, from a pedal. I get it out of Pro Tools, out of Echo Boy, because it's real easy. I just pop it up, and then I can change it and tweak it. But to me, it kind of created this. You can hear, this one slap. Basically, it kind of created the Red House kind of vibe. So I'm going to take a shot at a better balance, which is mostly tasty stuff with just a little bit of flash. Let's check it out. So that to me was the right balance. I had one fast riff and the rest of it was just kind of conversational, expressive playing with some gaps, some spaces, some breathing room in the musical conversation. And there's a school of thought, performance-wise, where you never give them everything. You always leave them wanting more. This guitar is really pretty easy for me to play lead on right now because it has nines and it's tuned down a half step. Those two things make it so much easier. If it had tens on it, which a lot of my guitars do, because tens sound better for rhythm, but tens for me are better for rhythm and nines are better for leads at this point because my hands are not the strongest hands in the world, and nines make it so much easier to bend and play lead, and then tuning it down a half step, and it's so great. Much easier to vibrato. So look at that stuff. Everybody has different hands, I mean, some people can play with 13s and kill, but for me, I know my hands at this point, and the nines are much better for leads. For me, it's good to have a couple of choices on guitar and use nines for lead and tens for rhythm. As usual, I'm using the neck pickup because that's the tone that sounds the greatest to me. Any kind of Hendrix thing. The middle pickup sounds good too. But then I start to think maybe country or something. And then this pickup's great for imitating a Les Paul. When I moved to LA in 1980, a lot of the guitar players were dropping humbuckers in the bridge position, and it was a brand new thing at that point. And then it became a very commonplace thing. But this is a really practical thing. I use this guitar live because I can really get, good power chord sounds out of this, and also, a good humbucker style lead tone. This particular humbucker has a split coil switch, so I can kind of get the Gibson tone. Then I split it. Turn down the volume a little bit. It sounds remarkably like a single coil, so it's pretty cool. You really hear that single coil kind of chime. And then flip the switch. And all that mid-range comes in, great for like rock solo. The original record starts with him up here at fret 11. And I like to use the second and third fingers and add quite a bit of vibrato while I'm doing this. And you're just toggling between these two notes. And I like to do down up. On my version, I actually slid up beforehand just to add a little extra drama. And so around fret 3 or 4, if you want to do that, just pick up a slide. And then just drop it back to fret 10. And I come back up to 11 to finish out the phrase, but it kind of sounds like he doesn't. It sounds like, almost sounds like he hits the downbeat chord. I like to do that and just restrike the fret 11. Double stop. And here we are in the key of B. We're tuned down a half step, so everything's kind of loose and nice. So then I pull up, I use my third finger, and I'm pulling up at 10 to match the pitch at 12 on the second string. And for me, I like to do a slightly different treatment each time I pull. So the first time I might get a second string tucked under. I like to make noise while I do it. And on the original version, you can hear an extra note that's not even really in tune. So he's kind of doing his version of the same thing. Sometimes you just get artifacts when you pull a string. And I thump across all the strings when I do that, and I keep everything kind of muted with the flesh from these fingers and the thumb, and actually the palm mute too. Actually, everything I do mutes all these strings as I thump across them. I literally do that to give the note a little more, strength and character. And you can choose to vibrato or not. You can vibrato one of them. So 3 of those, and then it's this. So you got 12, 10, 12, 10, but it's the pull to 12. And then what I do, I mean, you could do all this with your little finger. But I like the strength of using the third finger and also using these 2 fingers behind it to add even more strength to the pull. And then I drop it over here to 9, pull to match the pitch at 11 on string 3, and then I roll my index finger here at 7. And the way I pick this is down, down, up. And then what he does next is it's out of time, it's free time. And for me, that's the crucial part of this, is discovering your own free time over this next riff. So we got 10, 7, 9, 7, 10, 7. 10, 7, 9, 7, 10, 7. It speeds up, but it becomes free time. And then land here at 9 and pull up to match the pitch at 11. And for me, my trick here was to wait for the band to start and then join back into rhythm, because it's free time. Pull that note, the band strikes, and you come here at fret 7, string 3, and join in rhythm. So your downbeat happens here at fret 7 with the band, string 3, index finger. And then the tail of this is to pull up at 9 to match the pitch at 11. Drop back down. It's a silent drop. You pull up, release silently and quickly, and then re-land with the index finger here at 7. So let me do the whole thing a little slower. Even slower. 3, 4. Now that time, because I was going more slowly, I was actually doing the classical kind of vibrato, which sounds cool too. Just the vibrato happens this way rather than shaking the strings that way.